Fundamentalists believe in a literal interpretation of the Bible. This passage in particular causes them to reject the theory of evolution because it describes how God made mankind. They believe the human race started with two people, Adam and Eve. This passage describes Adam's activity in the Garden of Eden. It also reinforces the beliefs of creationist fundamentalists because we again see God directly acting on the world to create life. This passage is crucial to fundamentalists because it introduces the fall of man. The fall is important because, from a fundamentalist perspective, it explains the existence of suffering in the world. Mainstream Christianity usually takes this same story to be an allegory. This is an excellent example of a passage taken literally only by fundamentalists. While modern science does not support the existence of the flood, creation scientists interpret the data differently. Many creation scientists maintain that the geological evidence does in fact support the occurrence of the Noachian flood. They reinterpret the fossil record as evidence of this.
Here's how I see it. I think this dinosaur died over 100 million years ago. It dried out in the sun for a long time. And later, I think the specimen was covered by river sediment, which was caused by a local flood. She'd been lying there all this time till we dug her up.
Where Kim sees millions of years, I see evidence of forgiveness. I believe this animal died in a flood, but it wasn't a local flood. It was a massive flood that covered the earth, Noah's flood, when God judged the world. The carcass was buried suddenly before it could be eaten or decomposed, buried in a layer of sediment that stretches across the entire continent. Since the flood, according to the Bible, was about 4,300 years ago, that's how old I believe this fossil to be.
Another important belief to fundamentalists is the idea that God has and does directly interact with the world. In this passage, we see God interacting directly with Moses to give him the 10 Commandments.
This survey of American beliefs showed that Americans, at a rate of between 48 and 51%, don't believe in evolution, which is like half. And on top of that 50-odd%, a further 38 to 40% of Americans believe that biological evolution has occurred, but believe that it was initiated by and has since been kind of administered by God. Leaving a very small percentage of Americans who are right.